Level 1. Junior Secondary School 1. At 11 years old, you just gained admission. Your hair is shaved almost completely bald. Inside your bag, brand new pen, a new mathematical set. You arrive at school in mufti with your mum and go straight to the principal's office. You get 13 fresh exercise books. You also get your uniform. It's oversized, but as you hold it, there's a quiet excitement. You can't wait to wear it the next day. You go back to your class and mingle with your other new classmates. The bell rings and everyone rushes to the assembly ground. Everybody is lined up. The assembly prefect, a senior secondary school student, says, "Open your SOP to page 12. Someone shoves a hymn book into your hand. You're flipping pages quickly, trying to keep up. Later on, the school anthem is recited. The principal briefs the school. Assembly comes to an end, and everyone marches back to their classrooms. During school hours, you are handed a new copy of the hymn book by the school's administration with instructions to come with the payment the next day. Now you have your own hymn book. One day, you forget to bring it to the assembly ground. That's the day you get punished. You are told to kneel down throughout the entire reading of the hymn. You learn fast. You never forget your hymn book again. First week in class, every teacher gives the same instruction. Write an essay on yourself, your family, and your hobbies. You've written "myself" more times than you can count. Then there's the class captain, always standing, always writing names. There's also that one student, the one that reports everything to teachers. You learn quickly. You don't tell everyone everything. One day, your pen disappears. Next week, your math set starts losing pieces one by one. You adapt. You begin writing your name on paper and placing it inside your pen. You use your compass and divider to engrave your surname into every tool in your math set, including the case itself. You avoid eye contact with seniors. You stay out of their way. When they call you, you answer. Somewhere in between all this, you have a crush for the first time. You don't talk to them. You just look. This is secondary school. Level 2. Junior Secondary School 2. A whole session has passed. You are 12 years of age with a year of secondary school experience under your belt. You have your friends, your clique. Everyone chooses their preferred sitting positions in class. You already know who to avoid. If someone talks too much, you keep your distance. One day, you get into an argument with someone. Words are exchanged. You hit them, they hit back. Struggle begins. Someone quietly signals, "Mr. John is coming." Immediately, silence. Everyone sits like nothing happened. Mr. John walks in. He notices the tension. He asks questions. Nobody talks, except that one girl at the front row near the door. She snitches. You and the other person are flogged. You're now used to punishments. You know which teachers are strict. You know which ones you can get away with. You and your friends eat in class. You talk during lessons. You play rough during break. And somewhere in between, you learn how to communicate with your crush. Not by talking, but through letters, folded papers, passed across rows, delivered carefully. Level 3. Junior Secondary School 3. Now 13 years of age, a teenager. At the top of junior school, your crush is no longer just a crush anymore. You're more than that. JS2 students look up to you. You now have the balls to grow your hair out, something you wouldn't have tried before. You start planning your free periods carefully. Any small mistake, a teacher takes it, so you move fast. You disappear when necessary. Phones start entering school quietly, hidden in bags, used carefully, only with trusted friends. Puberty is everywhere now. Voices are changing. Attitudes are different. Teachers complain about class smells. Some students start selling things in class. Biscuits, sweets, drinks. Business is running quietly during lessons. Then the pressure starts. The junior external examinations is around the corner. Extra lessons begin. After school, you're still in class. Home economics practical comes around. Girls gather around the teacher, cooking and frying. You and the boys stay around, mostly playing, because majority of you have no idea about cooking. The junior external examinations come. The environment is not as strict as you expected. After the final paper, everything feels lighter. You're leaving junior secondary school. Level 4. Senior Secondary School 1. You are now 14 years of age. In senior secondary school, everything feels like a fresh start. Some of your classmates from JS3 do not resume with you. Short exercise books from junior secondary school are discarded and replaced with long notes. You get a new haircut that makes you more attractive and at the same time follows school guidelines. Your relationship ends. You make new promises, set new goals. You're no longer at the bottom. Now it's your turn to call JS1 students and send them on errands. There's immediate rivalry. SS1 versus JS3. They still feel tough. You remind them where they are. Subjects become more defined now. Science, art, commercial. Everyone is separated fully. You start hearing about practicals, physics, biology, chemistry, but no practical is done. Everything still feels new, but you're no longer longer the person you were in junior secondary school. Level 5, senior secondary school 2. At 15 years of age, this is where things peak. Prefect list is coming. Suddenly, everybody is behaving. People greeting teachers they've never greeted before. Then the list drops. Some names shock you. Some people start feeling like gods overnight. As a prefect, Friday cleanups become your responsibility. You're assigning jobs like sweeping, cleaning, arranging of classrooms to junior students. They dare not argue. Now, practicals are real. Wires, bulbs for physics practicals. Dissection and identification of species for biology practicals. Acid-base titrations for chemistry practicals. At the same time, teachers start talking more about the senior West African examinations. The pressure is there, but still light. Then something else happens. Some of your classmates start switching to general certificate examination lessons. Back in school, your friend group is complete now. Inside jokes, shared food, reading together one day, distracting each other the next day. SS2 versus SS3 rivalry begins. They call you small boys. You argue back. Voices rise. Nobody wants to feel small. Level 6, Senior Secondary School 3. You're now 16 years of age. Peak teenage years. Everything changes. Registrations for the Senior External West African Examinations and the College Admission Examinations, known as JAMB, begin. You're told to bring your birth certificate to confirm the correct order of your names. External students show up too. New faces everywhere. Passport photographs taken in full school uniform. Soon, everyone has their ID cards. The college admission examinations arrives. You sit in front of a computer. Silence. Focus. You start selecting your answers. 120 minutes later, it's over. You've done your best. You push it out of your mind. Now, the real pressure begins. The Senior External Examinations. Extra lessons every day. Teachers are serious now. To ease the tension, the school sets mock exams. Some students lock in, others still try to copy. Some get caught, papers seized, names written, pressure everywhere. At home, in school. The Senior External Examinations arrives. On the day of the first paper, you walk into the hall and present your ID card. Your heart is racing. The external invigilator gives a strict and direct warning. Anyone caught cheating would face serious consequences. Question papers are shared. You open yours. It's not as hard as you feared. Carefully, you begin, reading every instruction twice, avoiding mistakes. About 30 minutes in, the principal walks in with refreshments for the invigilator. A brief distraction, then silence again. The exam ends. Outside, discussions start immediately. Some students are worried, already promising to read harder. Others act unbothered, like it doesn't matter. And it continues like this, paper after paper, until one day, last paper. That's it. No more assembly, no more uniforms. Shirts start getting signed. About a month later, the end-of-year party happens. Graduation gowns. Everyone receives their certificate for completing secondary school. Pictures everywhere. Laughter, smiles. You'll never see some faces again. 6 years of adventures. Secondary school is over.